Yeah, yeah, feel my passion, nigga. Yeah, 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 feel my passion, baby. I be that one by Realz, y'all niggas know the deal. Don't make me cock and pill, or you gon' drop and feel something hot from the steel. That'll leave you cold and stiff, smack 'em up, roll 'em out quick, now who you gon' get? I ain't the one for playing, I ain't the one for gaming. So when you point the fingers, just watch what you saying. I put the grime and gritty, the crime inside your city, and flood the strip with everything from mixed down to 50s. Now I'm back again, got a brand new package in. Got to flood the market and profit, you can pack it in. Papa said it's all about paper, I'ma stack it in. Mama gave me keys to ride, now I'm trapped again. Yeah, I'm about my coins, chasing major paper. I keep it coming, keep it going. I'm highly favored, I said I'm about my coins, chasing major paper. I keep it coming, keep it going. I'm highly favored. It's the passion, it's the action for me. It's my life, it's my reality. My reality. Go join the army, be all you can be. Before you think about fucking with me, fucking with me. It's the passion, it's the action for me. It's my life, it's my reality. My reality. Go join the army, be all you can be. Before you think about fucking with me, before you fucking with me. I'm off the meter with it. The beat told me to get it, and now I got it. Smash it up till it's over and finished. I double down my bet. We're rolling on your set. Forever hood, hold me down if you oppose a threat. I work the bone crusher. I ain't never scared. Battle the room time when it's time to take a dip. Sound the alarm when raw rivers in the atmosphere. You can get it if I'm with it. I just might have one to spare. Now you know who I am. Know what you up against. You call it homie cocky. I call it hood convinced. If we ain't getting money, then we ain't making sense. So when my squad get hungry, then you gon' feel an itch. If we ain't eating well, then you ain't sleeping well. We on the come up and we creeping, ain't nothing sweet. If we ain't eating well, then you ain't sleeping well. We on the come up and we creeping, we play for keeps.
It's the Navigators through the mic. He's killing it. He's so in love and he's mad about it. Madluh, that's what we say.
Come on, man, you already know.
Madluh.
Shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, home of the unsigned artists. I got a special friend. We're not going to call him a special guest. Me and Rob Realz has been rocking out with each other for a long time. And the first time that we was together, it was reckless in the studio. It was nuts in there. I think we had like a call in or something. I forgot what it was, but everybody was in there. It was nuts. But Rob Realz, Jersey. My camera just shut off, but as my camera shuts off, I'm gonna go fix that real quick. But let everybody know a little bit about yourself before we get started.
All right. How y'all doing today? I am Rob Realz, straight from Essex County, New Jersey, North Irvington, East Orange. And for the most part, I'm here to introduce to y'all the Masterpiece Volume 1. For the supporters, thank you. Thank you for all those that got the album, played the album, shared the album. Thank you. But for the most part, we just dropping Masterpiece Volume 1. Big shout out to my cousin Shep for helping me nail that whole title and saying, hey, this is a masterpiece. This ain't your average art.
Oh, so that's where that title came from. They came from the Cuzzo.
Yeah, man. Shep said, nah, this is a masterpiece, cousin. This is not regular art. Yeah,
okay.
So
okay. So big shout out to that, Rob. You've been doing this a minute. We'll let everybody know, age, demographic, and all that here in a second, because people are gonna definitely check it out and figure that there is some OG mentality. Okay.
Yes, sir. You see the wisdom.
Yeah, I see
wisdom
that.
is shown.
I'm almost getting that, but it's like over here right now. You know what I mean? My shit don't connect. But Rob Realz, a big. You do a lot. You do a lot, right? Like you produce. You a full time. You got your own company and stuff like that, right?
Yes, sir. Own trucking company and own independent label, just a little bit of everything, and quite a few tax IDs under the belt, so accolades along the way.
Yeah, so big shout out to everybody listening. If you guys are here for Big Brother Rob right here, make sure you guys are checking in the chat so we definitely give him a shout out because he doesn't see anything right now. It would be so lovely to, and of course, if you guys got any questions, we definitely would love to hear those. So Rob, you've been doing hip hop for a long time, and
Yes.
right now this Volume One masterpiece. Um, it's crazy because I'm listening to it. A bunch of people from different age demographics are listening to it, and
cheers to Madluh.
And of course, shout out to Nix for the resub. But when we talk about this album, what is so something crazy about this one? Something like the time that it took, the amount of recording, the amount of writing. This is different. This is not. This is about something special. This is a real message. What's the message behind this masterpiece?
The message behind the masterpiece is art is art, and you're never too old to paint whatever picture your heart manifests. And this is just a picture that's a sonic picture that my heart manifested. And regardless to me being my age, elder, senior, whatever you want to call it,
it ain't that serious.
I had to go at least because in hip hop, they try to write us off quick as old hair, he ain't got it, blah blah blah. And no matter who it come from, no matter what genre of music, it can come from a kid as far as 3-5 years old or an adult 50, 60, 70 years old. But good art is good art. And the message behind it is, let me show y'all what God's greatness looked like on me, and that was it, like just give it to him authentic, organic for what it really is. Don't flabbergast. Don't be all that, what they say today, capping. Don't be doing all that old extra stuff.
What is that? I don't
give him
know.
the real.
So, I gave him one of these highly favored. What was the story behind highly favored?
The story behind highly favored, unique. Sitting up there writing. I write when I'm driving. I write when I don't wherever I'm at.
You write when you're driving.
I write while I'm driving.
Like this shit on autopilot. What the fuck? Like.
No, I'm driving, but I'm
mentally.
Going over. Yeah, I'm writing in my mental scroll.
I'm like, yo, that's okay. Be careful out there. Okay.
Right. Nah, I got you.
Okay.
And I ended up writing it, and I could hear the finished product. Like that's one of those gifts that God gave me that I have to share. Like I can hear the beginning of something, and everybody else can hear like the infantile stages, and I can hear the grown-up stages of it. And I heard it in my head, and I'm like, I got to get to the studio. So I come off the road, and I get to my 11-year-old son, and I say, son, come on, let's go in the lab. And he said, yeah, come on, Dad, what's up? I said, you been handling everything at the house? He's like, yeah, so we kick it a little bit. Yeah. And then I said, son, I got something I want you to hear. I recorded it, and he was floored. And I did, I'm gonna be honest. The start of it started in Jersey. I started recording it at my nephew's studio in Port Redding, New Jersey. And when I started recording it, one of his mans was going to get on it with me, right?
All right.
And after I knocked out the first verse, then I start going second verse. He said, what you expect me to do with that, huh? I can't look you in a moment like you.
Yeah.
You somewhere we not. We was just gonna write something simple, But you in there. So I kind of, but I did invite him. I said, yo, nephew, you want a piece of this? Come on, get a piece. You guys up.
Yeah.
And one of my nephews started writing, and by the time he heard the second verse get recorded, he was like, I ain't got nothing for that. Go ahead, you got it.
Yeah.
I said, I got it. So it was a unique recording, but I ultimately got home and we recorded it with my 11-year-old, and my 11-year-old said, Daddy, let's go into video games. I said, son, if God have it. Yeah. So
you know what's crazy is I remember we talk a lot, and
Yeah.
I think I made a connection to video games. So well, I definitely gonna send you that and figure out how we gonna do that. Okay. So
Okay.
like you know what I mean? Like you
Yes,
already
sir.
know. Shh, don't tell nobody. I've been giving you a lot of.
Behind the scenes.
Yo, they don't understand. Listen,
Right.
listen. One of the biggest things that I love about you is that you I one up on you on a kid, one up, right? So you got a
Okay.
lot of children with a lot of history,
Yeah.
right? And it's not all cupcakes and rainbows, right? Like people say, right?
Yeah.
But there was something that about the masterpiece that you basically started it off and said, with all that shit going on, I got a beautiful life. I got a beautiful
Yeah.
life. And I'm gonna put it
Yeah.
on right now to them real quick. Big shout out to everybody listening, and then we get back to it real quick. Big shout out to
Okay.
everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and share the live. Ask questions. Let them know that you in here, even if you hating, right? Like,
Facts though. I need that. I need that love too.
yeah.
God is beautiful, God is graceful. He gave me to this world, now I'm favorable. He gave me many gifts and talent, passionate about my blessings, accurate with a balance. He gave me 6 sisters, 2 brothers, 2 dads, and 2 mothers, 6 daughters, 3 sons. When I add it all up, I feel like I'm the one. I couldn't ask for anything more. My cup runneth over, and God's keeping score. He blessed me with a beautiful wife, equally yoked. She's the day to my night. My mother was blessed with 16 siblings, and that 16 had many children. I got cousins, we like brothers, and my girl cousins pretty like my grandmother.
Everything is beautiful in my life. Everything is beautiful in my life. My life. Everything is beautiful in my life.
Big shout out to everybody on Twitch. You know to get those emotes out. Let them know. Let them know.
My life. My life. My life.
I told you about my struggles and my blessings. It's beauty in them hard-earned lessons. And the beauty of it all is my faith. God tested me to see if it's in place. Even in the rough times, I keep it in order. I seen the work miracles on 2 of my daughters. One had cancer and one got shot. He spared both of them, so mercy on the spot. My first kid did a bid, had to sit for 10 years. The bad decisions that he made had my face full of tears. I cried about it, but prayed on it. Prayed that God would reach him, hope he heed the warning. I prayed he changed his heart and his state of mind. Help him find his purpose before he out of time. And now it's up to him, he gotta do the work. When he find himself, then he'll know his worth.
Everything is beautiful in my life. Everything is beautiful in my life. My life. Everything is beautiful in my life. Everything is beautiful in my life.
Y'all already know the vibes. Y'all already know how Facebook plays with this music shit. So if you
We
guys
own
want,
the rights, baby. We
Yeah.
own the rights.
I feel it, but I don't. Shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, home of the unsigned artists. You want to see or hear that? It's streaming all over the place. Masterpiece, Volume 1, Beautiful Life. Now, that second verse was one of those situations where people would have chose something that was not so uplifting, not so uplifting. And that second
Right.
verse is, dedicated to the kid. Basically, it's like every single thing people do not want to go through with a child, with the
Yeah.
exception of the one,
Right.
right? That you pray for, right? That we
Right.
all pray for. How was it? Because I know I heard a lot of music from you through the years, but
Right.
this never came out like this. It never came out like this. What was it about that second verse that, even though you went through all that it was still a beautiful thing to go through?
it made me stronger. It made my kids stronger. Um, made them more. It strengthened their faith in God, and and with that, they learn, um, each one of them, um, and even through the trial that we was going through, you know, I told them, hey, this is bigger than Daddy's pay grade, so let me tell you where I rely and what I rely on. I rely on God to get us through it, and that's what that second verse was about. But it was just to tell people, like, even though you're going through the trial that God allowed you to go through, it's not a curse, and it's not the worst thing. But the test of it all is your faith. If you know that it's above your pay grade, then you need to rely on faith.
You know it's funny, right? I like he
Right.
said above the pay grade. I'm like Rob told me he never served, but he talks like he's been serving for a while, which is fine. But if you guys haven't heard, the second verse is talking about son got incarcerated.
And yeah,
One of the kids ended up very sick.
cancer, leukemia.
All that, and they still here, they still pushing, they still being badass kids, right? Like,
Yeah, yes, sir.
and,
Yes, sir.
and even though, like, it was crazy is that people don't understand, like, yeah, even though our children make weird decisions, we still love them as long as they're here, and as long as I could see the recovery, right?
Right.
Because that's what it's about. We want to see the recovery, and I'm not expecting my kids to go the way I wanted them to, but I want to make sure that whatever they go through, that they recover, because a heartbreak, sickness, jail time, and then watching this, like, where the fuck, why, you know what I mean? Like, you start pointing the finger at yourself.
Facts. And I did that. And then I realized, as a parent, my parents wanted me to take one road, and I went completely left, took a whole different road, which wasn't good decisions either. And I had to learn through those hard lessons. And what they did, they prayed for me, man. Aunts, uncles, my moms, my dad, and then again, like I said in the song, I got a dad and stepdad, and a mom and a stepmom, and they all love me equally. And what they did do is they prayed for me to come off that dark path, turn around, and come back to the path that they knew I was supposed to be on. And I am happy because this year I lost my dad. 2 years ago I lost my stepdad.
Damn.
But one thing, both of them were proud of me to see me come off that dark road and go down the road with the light. That it hurt, and even to this moment, it hurts to talk about it. But I know, like, they left me, and they was like, he finally got it right. He finally got it right, and to have them happy with me, man, was that was a big accomplishment for me.
Comforting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you didn't,
Right.
Like you didn't fail them. Like they were good.
Right. So they left, and even my mom and my stepmom, they call me, and we call each other. We talk, and they constantly tell me how proud they are of me, and I tell them, hey, to God be the glory. Don't give me that glory. I didn't do this. God did this. This was already written. I'm just walking the walk. That's all.
Shout out to everybody listening. Rob Realz is in the building. We talking about That Beautiful Life, which is on the Masterpiece Volume 1 right now, all over the place. Definitely going to drop the link in the chat. We got a lot of people in here that I want to make sure that they give a lot of shout outs to. We got Ashley Burry in here, Kevin Williams. We got Jay Will, Shaw Jones. We got
that's my man Shaw.
Anthony Durant. We got Talisa Sneed. You know what I mean? We got Mr. Greatness 84 on Twitch. I don't know if If you
That's
know,
my man's right there, Rob
okay,
from Bloomfield.
all
He's
right.
one of my homies right there. He support me
He
fully on this.
he literally says, no homo. I miss you, Reels. I love you, Rob. He's definitely giving you the love. Kimberly Williams.
That's my
And
sister. That's one of the ones that been praying for me, boy. Woo.
and,
Yeah,
and big shout out to everybody on the Mad Love team. We got DJ Mike 40 Nix is in the building. Lori, she loves tattoos. And Lori is, giving you her condolences to your fathers. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Thank you, thank you.
Losing someone hurts, but your heart hurts your heart, but the memories are what heals your heart. Out of Nix, out of the UK, she said that.
Right,
Jeanette Williams.
my sister,
Yeah.
the matriarch of the squad.
Big
Yeah,
shout out to the family is in here heavy, you know what I'm saying? If you guys wanted to know, he's originally from Jersey, but right now he is in Atlanta. What made you take that move?
you know what? Trucking.
Fucking truck. What is it, sightseeing? I don't get it. Like,
But I've been all over the nation trucking, and I liked it. It was something about the vibe and the aura of the place. And of course, me personally, I don't live directly in the A. I live, a little bit away from the A, but they're 30 minutes, 40 minutes away. But the point is, I like the vibe, and I like the open land. And, I was driving, I promise you, I was driving yesterday, and somebody was selling 525 acres, and I'm looking up. Boy, don't let me get that paper, because I'm going to get 525 acres. I'm not playing. Don't let me get that paper, because I'm going to get it. You 525 acres. So when you seeing acres for sale and you seeing God's work, you like, hold up, that dirt is a lie. I need to get to it. So when God see it fit, he'll say, all right, you go, son. I might, I pray he give me the 525, but
yeah.
I take 4 acres, 40 acres, 400 acres. It don't make a difference. Just give me a few acres, So yeah, but that's what it was. It was the vibe and the attraction. And I don't be in a whole bunch of melee and nonsense with the people. When I want to, I come home to be around my folks that I, grew with and from day one and from the sandbox. I go home to do all of that,
Yeah.
And it's nothing for me to go home. Like I can jump in my truck right now and be home in 12 hours, 18 hours, be home. But for the most part, I liked the vibe. I liked it. The wife said, hey, I want to kind of give my kids just a slower pace. Because, of course, Essex County, we was living in Essex County up by Montclair. And us living up that way is, it's still Jersey. But,
Yeah.
She definitely wanted to give them a different pace of life. And to the point they get to ride school buses and stuff like that. And,
what's crazy is that a lot of people don't understand that, right? They don't understand that. Like we grew up in the city, right? And everybody's like, oh, the city's love all that. Well, the city has a lot of fucking people we don't like. All right.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
And that's a culture thing. I get it. Right now, when I'm waiting for the school bus for my kid in a town where everybody's waving at each other, and if you wave in the block, right?
Like what you want? You know me?
Exactly.
You know me?
Like hell nah. So it's an incredible American dream type of thing, that I could settle with, hearing the crickets at night. I'm good versus hearing the other shit at night.
You know what? And that was another thing. I don't hear no sirens no more. Like where I live at.
And it was crazy is when you do hear them.
You're like, what are you doing around here? It's like a foreign object.
What happened?
Right.
Let me look at the community Facebook page.
Exactly.
Which I appreciate that, and shout out to you for doing that, because people really don't understand that is it is a very difficult situation, a move for people to do, and because we have these perceptions that when we do make it, Like, how are people gonna look at us? Especially because some of us talk different, you
Right.
know. And we're definitely bringing the baggy jeans and t-shirts wherever we go. No blue
Right.
collar shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So Lori says I was born and raised in Paterson, New Jersey. So shout out to Jersey in here.
Okay.
Eddie's out here
Shout-
from Chicago. We got a lot of people
Okay.
in here. Gamer Mate Jay from Australia. What's up, Gamer Mate?
Peace. What's
For
good with
real.
you?
How you doing?
What's good with you? Okay,
We're talking-
Australia on the check.
Yeah, I'm telling you, and that's my boy right there. Shout out to my boy Gamer Mate Jay. Follow him on that Twitch. Somebody give him a shout out. Hopefully that it doesn't change the screen. But if it does, it does. It's whatever. Those are my peoples. We're talking to Rob Realz right now. We're talking about his what would you consider this? Because I think you took a lot of time with this. And as we speak behind the scenes, it seems like you want to take this a different approach than just crossing your fingers and throwing it online. Like this is something different from what I'm used to with you, because somebody is letting me know right now about a feature you had, which we're gonna talk about and probably gonna be able to play it here in a second. But with this album, this is different. The approach you take it. Why?
It's grown. That's what it is. The album is grown. You have to be of mature ears to hear it. Like, you have to have mature ears, you know, and to appreciate it, not to hear it, but to appreciate it. And I couldn't be out here talking like I'm reckless in the club and I'm throwing it up and all that old fabricated nonsense. I couldn't do it. Like, I got to look in the mirror in the morning. And when I look in the mirror, I want to love what I see. And that's my only competition. You know, there is no competition. I'm in my own lane. I'm not, and what I wanted to do was to create something that people could appreciate, but that could also end up being licensed for different ventures, from video games to film to TV, and get that license done. And and one of the biggest goals with this project was owning my publishing, owning 100% of it. And them publishing checks just started coming on Father's Day. I woke up to it.
You wake up to Father's Day fucking checks.
Word up, and I give it God the glory. And I know both of my dads is up there talking to God like, "No, let my son live, please, Father, let my son live."
Yeah.
and and now they come every 3 months without fail, every 3 months for the rest of my life. And I'm like, yes, vindication. So I said, let me create something. And I was actually about to shut it down. Y'all see the little laugh I got, but to set it down and walk away. And
yeah. That was one of my questions. That was one of my questions because, after a while we get and I mean we, like with people who are artists, we get tired. We get tired, and then life is not really matching up. And
right.
I know that you're about to get into that real quick, but after you get into that, like the shutting down procedure, let us know what like kept it alive. Go ahead.
And I need the world to know my 11-year-old son, he'll be 12 on 11/11. He is the executive producer for this project. Okay. He, a 12-year-old, 11-year-old, 12-year-old kid, because I don't know if the dude was buffering me so he could get to his Fortnite, or did he really mean it? But when I said, "Nah, I'm done, man, I'm done. I can't do this music thing no more," he said, "Daddy, you can't do that. Daddy, you can't." And with him saying that, man, it was just, and he was like, "No, Daddy, you gotta do it. You gotta do it." And I said, "All right, son, I'm gonna push on." And I believe it in my heart of hearts. I believe he was organic with it when he said that. It wasn't like, let me just get that off to the side. If I can get him off to the side, stuck in the studio. I can get to my Fortnite and my peanut gallery, and we can, powwow. It wasn't that. It was him organically saying, Dad, you have something. You have something that you have to share. And I watch you paint these pictures. And when you paint these pictures, Dad, the people won't get the full effect until they see you live. And when they see you live in action, they'd be like, wow, I felt what he just did. I didn't just hear it. I felt it. So, and I've been known to get in the studio with jokers and shut them down. Like, damn, how I'm gonna top that energy and that intensity? That character, you're like spiritually connected to this. I'm not spiritually connected, Rob. Hey, man, that's just how I go. That's how I go about it. If the beat don't call for my spirit and my character, I won't jump on the beat. To the point I can jump on any beat, but I want to really show up and show out.
Big shout out to everybody listening. Rob Realz in the building. We talking about the masterpiece. I want to know is this the 11-year-old? Is he the youngest, the middle child? What is he at?
Right now, he's the baby. He's the baby boy, but he's next to last. Yeah, he's next to last. So out of all 9 of them, he's what, number 7? Okay. No, number 8. He's number 8. Yeah, he's number 8.
Oh, shout out to that. So
out of all 9 of my kids, he's number 8.
We're gonna take a little break real quick, and we're gonna play "Love Unconditional." I love this one real quick. I think this is one of the first release tracks out of the Masterpiece Volume 1. The link is in the chat, guys. If you guys haven't seen or streamed yet, it's on YouTube, so you don't even gotta buy Spotify or something like that. Just show love. All it does is take a play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. And then he can get Father's Day checks. Who the fuck?
Right.
Who gets Father's Day checks, bro?
For all the artists that get their money, they know what that Father's Day check was like. Like, oh wow, I woke up to a Father's Day.
Mistakes and all, but all I want is love unconditional. Love unconditional. I don't deserve it, no, but it would be worth it all. All I want is love unconditional. Love unconditional.
They say home is where the heart is. Let's tap into our feelings, share some dialogue and find a way to start the healing. Do away with injustice, drugs, robbing and killing. End the vicious cycle and start showing the children a better way to live. How to tap into their brilliance, spread them riches out so we can all make millions. Be your brother's keeper, don't become the grim reaper, cause evil begets evil and nobody gets even. So say I'm sounding soft, but I will get my point across, and these words will live forever like Jesus on the cross. I could talk it cause I walked it, living in that pain and squalor, the type of pain that make you do something more than just holler. I forgive my trespasses so I can have peace. For the ones I violated, please forgive me for my past indiscretions, moments of deception where I let you second guess and fall a victim to my
I'm not
weapons.
perfect, no. I made my mistakes and no, but all I want is love unconditional. Love unconditional. I don't deserve it, no, but it would be worth it all. All I want is love unconditional. Love unconditional.
I was caught up with the thugs, running wild in the streets, drug dealing, head busting, leaving no victim to speak. Seen some real dark days, thinking that crime pays, till I had to go to prison, be punished in a cage. Then I had a conversation with my maker G.O.D. He told me all is forgiven if I believe and follow thee. So my faith got stronger, prison time got shorter. Made it home just in time to see the birth of my daughter. Can somebody tell me why my daughter got cancer? Why they holding back the truth and tell me lies for an answer? Is it just another way for the rich to stay rich or continue making money off the poor, tired, and sick? Why is it all about greed? What happened to humanity? We in crazy times, but they want me to keep my sanity. Watching my daughter suffer from a man-made disease make me wanna run up on scientists and squeeze, make them feel how she feel. That's fighting for a life. If she go, they gotta go. Two wrongs don't make it right, but it will make us even. You gave me the reason to wanna leave you leaking, laid out in front of deacons, hearing the deacon preaching, being the voice of reason, knowing you did wrong. You got it because of Jesus, supposed to be a child of God. Been adopted by demons. What comes around goes around, and karma makes sure we even. What comes around goes around, and karma makes sure we
not
even.
perfect, no. I made my mistakes and no, but all I want is love unconditional. Love unconditional. I don't deserve it, no, but it would be worth it all. All I want is love unconditional.
Love unconditional. Hey, hey,
You know,
hey.
That's one of my joints, right? You know, that's when I knew I was on the top of this album.
You know, what's crazy is there was something, you know, it was almost like you were contradicting yourself in that track. You know, it's something that I always wanted to tell you because when you in there flipping, you know, talking about all the love in your life, and then the chorus is there to just remember, like, you know, I'm still gonna love. And then that second verse, you know, it's like you and again you you know, if people don't listen to these lyrics, they really don't understand. There is still some kind of sadness through the shit that you go through, as not only as a parent, but watching your kid suffer, and then you have no idea what's going on, and then you have to assume a lot of shit. You have to assume that it's man-made. You have to assume that, you know, why would you do this? You have to go against the faith of everything that you try. And it was crazy because at the end of the day, like, I'm still going to love you, but you got to give me a reason. You got to give me a reason why this is happening to her. It's not even about that it's happening to me. It's why is it happening to her, and going against the faith, which is crazy because this is me, right? I'm listening to these bars. I don't, you know, and you going in, yeah, in the background, right? But I know what you saying. You almost sound like the people that we don't like outside, where, you know, people don't want to be healthy. People are you know, wondering if the vaccine is real or not. Shit like that. But it has something to do with your kid. But at the end, like, you still love unconditionally, which is, for me, I will hold a grudge against the faith. You know what I mean? And I know this has a lot to do with why this song was made, but what's going on there?
Just because, again, when something is above your pay grade and you don't, like, it's like you're in a maze and you don't know which way to go, or you can't figure out this maze, you gotta bend your head, bow your head, bend your knees, and, like, you know what? Higher up, higher deity, my God, whatever people want to call them, or for those that believe and for those that don't believe, you're gonna find yourself in a position where that good book said every knee shall bend and every head shall bow. Everyone has a time in life where they come to that fork in that road. Now, you could even lean on your own understanding and go crazy, do something crazy, or you can lean on God's understanding and maintain through it all, through the storm. But if you lean on your own understanding and end up in a crazier situation, then maybe you should try the other side one time and see if it worked for you. And I'm here to tell you, it worked. Like, it worked for me. I've seen the miracles. I'm a believer, you know, and I accept that. And it was just, to me, it was ultimately a test of my faith, and to also show my kid, like, you know, your dad is okay. You know, you deem your dad your hero, and he's gonna do it. He's gonna pull you through. But there'll be times where something might be above dad's pay grade, you know. And
I just want to let people know, when someone says above your pay grade, that means some higher power than you. You know, that is literally a military term. I'm not even trying to play the game right now. A military term where it's out of my hands. It's out of my hands. So we can't bring religion into what we do. So we say things like that where, it's out of our hands. And Jeanette said, trust in God. Trust in God.
Yeah.
I find myself kind of like for me in a situation where I think I need to find that faith. For me, I'm not gonna front. There's a lot of what the fucks in my life. There's a lot of it, and I know that I'm a young buck. I get it, but according to calculation, I'm the same age as wifey. So, but at the same time, like, there's a lot of what the fuck, and I don't even know how to get there because I get mad a lot. It's like I don't want to control nobody's life in my house. I don't want to do that. We out here 2021. We are as sharp as fuck. We got everything 2021 has to offer in my crib. We got everything, okay? We got comedians that don't know what the fuck they saying. We got kids coming out of the fucking closet. We got everything in the house. And I'm very open to that kind of life. But at the same time, like, I'm not understanding how my kids gotta live without a mom right now. You know? I'm not understanding that part. I'm not understanding. I don't know how this stuff has helped you. Like, what has helped you? Because that's a lot you've been through. And it's crazy because the only reason you happy right now is because you seeing the recovery. You know what I mean?
Right.
And a lot of people don't see the recovery.
You know what? Again, I just believe it's
and this is just me asking you because
so I'm gonna keep it 100 for any and everybody out there. And for those that don't believe prison is real and things could go haywire behind that wall, here I am. Let me tell you, mind your business. You don't have to stay to yourself, but stay out the peanut gallery in prison. And if you stay out that peanut gallery, like, okay, so I'm locked up, I'm in prison, and for hustling and thugging, of course. I can't even find the records for it now. That's God's doing. But anyway, so I stayed in that book. I stayed reading the Bible because I'm like, God, what is it you want me to see here? What is it you want me to do here? And that was the thing that helped me make it through. God sometimes will allow us to go through certain things to bring us out with a better and different understanding. And that understanding to be, lean on me, don't lean on yourself. Because you lean on yourself, you're going to jam this up. So again, it was a couple of verses in the Bible that I read about how, if I'm correct, don't quote me on this, Joseph was locked up. He got locked up because the king's wife said he tried to push up on her on a forceful nature, which he never did, right? Well, this guy got locked up. When he got locked up, right, the king's, horsemen locked him up, henchmen, whatever, locked him up. But now the king started having dreams and they was getting ready to go through famine and food was short and everything. And the king was having dreams and he needed somebody to interpret these dreams. Well, guess what? Not only did he vindicate himself and prove that he didn't push up on the wife, it was the wife pushing up on him. Not only did he vindicate himself, right, get vindication, but he also interpreted the king's dreams, which saved everyone from famine. Now look at that. The dude got locked up for no reason. He didn't even do the crime. So sometimes, and this is what I read in that book while I'm sitting in that 5 by 7 cell. And I'm like, whoa. Now don't get me wrong, I did my dirt. But I know what my thing was about. My thing was God kept tapping me on the shoulder and I'm like, not now, not now. When I was free. Okay. And I kept telling him, not now, not now. He said, I can't get your attention. Come in, sit down on the sideline for a minute. Now, do I got your attention? And I'm like, yeah, you got it now. You know what I'm saying? And when I read that, that gave me a great understanding, and it made my prison time so much easier. And again, I stayed sucker free while I was in there. I didn't deal with the people. So again, you talking about coming home from prison, and 2 weeks later, having that same daughter that got sick from cancer, and then 6 years later, running into cancer with her. And so, and that was another thing that book allowed me to read. When you put that armor of God on you, boy, your skin tougher than you thought it was. And I just realized that my skin is pretty tough.
Wow.
So it's been life been like this. But
yeah.
Every time I try to lean on my understanding, I end up going into a low. When I lean on God's understanding, I end up going into a high. That's what worked for me. It might not work for everybody else, but
no. I appreciate that, because when now I'm understanding that it's, if I correct me if I'm getting this crazy, because leaning into my own understanding, basically everything that I know is not everything I know. It's not, everything that I know is not everything.
Facts.
So, as long as I try to stop making shit personal, that we will find real reasons for this shit.
And again, he allow us to go through certain things to bring us out with a better and different, stronger understanding, to me. And that's, how I get through 9 out of 10 of my situations, man. I see where he allowed that guy to be in prison to save everybody from starvation. But just imagine had that guy not been in prison and he not been able to assist the king with interpreting in his dreams. That guy, everybody would have starved. God allowed that guy to be in prison to assist the king. So when I read that, I was like, oh, snap. I had an epiphany. Like, oh, wow, I get it. He allowed us to go through things. So it might be somebody you got to meet. It might be a task you got to do. But whatever it is, you got to go through it. And trust me, if you rolling with him, man, listen. Again, I tell you, I stayed sucker free. And I stayed in the book where everybody, in there, we have nothing to do besides read and, do a little whatever. But the thing was, dudes would be like, hey, you want to read this book right here? And I'm like, nah. You want to watch TV? I'm like, nah. I play little cards or whatever. But while they was trying to get me to read the hood books and all of the nonsense that got us behind in the wall.
Yeah.
I pushed all that material away, and I picked up the good book and just made that my TV, my entertainment, my understanding, and just read and envision what I read. So, I'm one of the people with that type of imagination and characteristics. I'm colorful. I'm real colorful. And that's how I got through it, and that's how I get through a lot of things, man.
I need to start doing that shit, because I'm out here thinking I know everything. I'm out here thinking I know everything. Let me tell you. I mean, we kind of going deep with it, but I appreciate this. We have conversations all the time, and they last forever. So we definitely, definitely like, yo, put your boy on that pray list. You feel me?
Yeah, you already know.
Get me in there. Yo, we're gonna go Throwback Thursday real quick. We good with that?
Oh shit, I'm good with that. I'm comfortable.
You sure? You comfortable?
I'm comfortable.
Okay. Jersey.
I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet.
My horns, man. That's my horns, man.
And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Whatever you want. Grab them by the pussy.
You can get it, 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 cause I love to see you with it. You can get it, 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 cause I love to see you with it. Yeah, get it. All night, long as that head tight, just lick it all night until the thing just tastes right. Obey your thirst like Sprite, do till it turn white. Throw throw it back like a small pint. I came to fuck, not fuck to fight. I don't mean to be so graphic, but I blame it on your assets because this beat's so ratchet. I just had to let you have it, and since you're here and about it, let me catch you jamming in traffic. Then top it off like a Molotov and make it soft and stash it. Get your protein for the day, certified by USA, fortified by yours truly. Mandingo me no play. Little buttercup, won't you double up so I can get on with my day? I got folks to meet, got bands to get, got tracks that I'm gon' slay. Hit some stacks, go have a ball. Grab your girls and hit them all. Get a manicure and a pedicure, lingerie to chop it off. When you done with all of that, take some time, give me a call. If you want it, you can get it. Get to me and pop it off. You can get it, 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 cause I love to see you with it. You can get it, 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 cause I love to see you with it. You can get it.
Cause of that, driving that purple lack, CTS in effect. So I'm gonna step up, yes, I only aim to be the best. I know you haven't seen the best. I'ma whip my John out and let you taste my long tech. And you can get it, you can get it. Get a friend, I know she will. Heard she wanna taste the truth, don't gotta look no further, boo. We could do what you wanna do, everything on me too. Gonna show you a different time, about to really blow your mind. But I ain't trying to make your mind, cause I'm really on my grind. Ain't shit gon' stop my shine. I take two at a time, get it lit like R-Kells. Put the bump in the grind, have you coming back for more like the food service.
Now doing a throwback right here, Shelter, listen in.
Step it up a level, 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 step it up a level.
Y'all thought I was playing.
Step it up a level.
I've been fucking with Rob for a long time.
Step it up a level, step it up a level, step it up a level, step.
We're talking about that Midlife Crisis album right now. Let me stop.
Step it up a level, overall in the blaze and be one with the devil. You can rock with it, you can roll with it, put a deuce to your step, hit the flow with it. Have a shot, blow it up, or have some more with it. We might not have it all now, but we gon' get it. Get the Ari or the sour, roll up with it. Grab a lighter, light it up, homie, smoke with it. I am damn near 50 and I'm still spitting. 4-5 to be exact, to tell the truth with it. I'm too old to get exposed, who are you kidding? Bottom line, I'm about $1, ain't no bullshitting. Been doing this since I was younger and I'm still with it. And I won't stop till I'm on top and my team winning. And I don't stop, not at all. And I won't stop. It's the one out here.
That's the one right there.
When life gives you lemons, gotta make lemonade. Gotta make the best out of it, no matter what you think. Gotta do what you gotta do, keep running the race. Even if the trip stumble fall on your face. When life get hard, as it sometimes do, and you feel like the weight of the world's on you, and you wonder why me, how you gon' make it through. Keep striving, keep grinding, keep your faith times two. If you fall down, you get up. Brush it off, don't give up. Now you know better than do better. Stay focused, don't slip up. Ain't nothing guaranteed in life but death. Get your money, love your family, but first love yourself. If you believe you can achieve and accomplish anything, all you need is a dream, a plan, and self-esteem. Then go for it, regardless of how hard it gets. Persevere through it all, no pain, no gain, no quit. Where there's a will, where there's a way. If you can, then you may. As you shall receive, give thanks and pray. Had to get this off my chest, something I had to say. Cause any day above dirt is a great day. Hey, when life gives you lemons, gotta make lemonade. Gotta make the best out of it, no matter what the day. Gotta do what you gotta do, but keep running the race. Even if the trips stumble fall on your face. When life gives you lemons, gotta make lemonade. Gotta make the best out of it, no matter what the day. Gotta do what you gotta do, but keep running the race. Even if the trips stumble fall on your face.
Let's bring it currently. Shout out to everybody listening. Struggles to Blessings right now. Last track of that damn album masterpiece.
Yeah, all right.
Don't get it
So
twisted.
sit up
I'm
here,
out here
man.
trying to be a DJ.
Oh, man.
I told him, struggles to blessings. Struggles to blessings. Struggles to blessings. Let the world know that they were the best. Struggles to blessings. Struggles to blessings.
learn lesson. You talk that money, we can step in. If you talk any left in, then my Glock won't step in. Now Kane don't play my name. Give me liberty or death. And I ain't going first, sucker, so don't page your chest. Cause I don't miss with his wreck. I'ma make a home of mine, and that's my bottom line. Struggles ain't weak of me, but it made me to a beast that can see where I'm really supposed to be. And I will achieve thee. That's on me. All I made to be. Give me a chance to make bees, so that's what I'm gonna seek. Struggles to blessings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Struggles to blessings. Don't let me get a verse.
Struggles to blessings.
Struggles to blessings.
Let the world know that they fucking with the best. Struggles to blessings. Struggles to blessings.
Get it off your chest.
Struggles to blessings.
Get it off your chest.
Let the world know that they fucking the best. Struggles to blessings, our lessons we learn in life. You ain't learning, you ain't living, you can't be getting it right. I done one time got a second chance at this life. But I take the world by storm and I won't be saying it twice. So I get up, come through, pulling up in a 5.2. On the grind like hustlers do. Businessman with a mean sharp tooth. Money spent, it's money made. Gotta play the game if you want yours too. Money spent, it's money made. Gotta play the game if you want yours too. Scared money don't make none, and know that honey don't pay the rent. So we got to get it without the limits. The money don't make no sense. If you heard what I said, now they head salute and get you in. Or go without and live it out. Think about what you could have did, what you could have done. But you ain't got came for. Gotta get out there and get some. Put in work, get it done. Go put in work and get it done. Me and mine, we been through it. We seen the storm, we weathered it. Gotta keep the faith with God in place at the rain and pain, like sun and bliss. Get it off your chest. Let the world know. With the best.
That breakdown right there.
Let them know.
Get it off your chest. Let the world know. Struggles to blessings. Struggles to blessings.
Get it off your chest. You know, and one thing, let me can we shout out to everybody listening in that was vibing with us.
Thank you, man. They, bro, I appreciate this interview. I appreciate QSJ Radio and the team for giving me this moment and this platform to speak on my behalf of my masterpiece, Volume 1. Volume 2 is in the works.
Oh, word.
It is in the works.
Your boy Axe, he said, yo, Volume 2, what up? Like,
it's coming. It's coming.
Oh.
Sooner than later.
Okay, so I do got a question, and I know that you answered in the middle of all that. You requested some features with some names. Fat Joe, right? Did it ever happen? Was it what happened with that?
My man asked about that.
Yeah.
I didn't get to his people, but eventually we'll get around to it. If I can get the Don on the joint with me, I would be honored to, get a lean back out of Fat Joe. You feel me?
I appreciate that you said the Dawn because a lot of people don't understand the history. They don't understand.
They don't understand it, right?
The album is out right now. You guys see the link in the chat. Please go ahead, go stream that. It's all good. It's just a play away. I appreciate the fact that you are telling us a story at 50. At 50. Like, 50 years old, still pushing it. You got the youngin' in the studio telling you, Dad, don't give up. Right? That gets emotional. I seen it here a few times where I just wanted to throw the whole studio out the window. I get it. You know what I mean? But 50 with people still go through shit. Let's get that serious. Right? Right?
Yeah, life still happens. Life is still happening while all of this is being done. And you just got to push through it. Like, man, I'm going to keep pushing.
Yo.
Yeah.
Your boy said, yo, get the feature. Fat Joe will come, okay? He's telling you. If you got to connect, you got to utilize. I'm going to tell you something right now. You already know the deal. I'm not fucking around with that. Yo, here we go. I'm sorry. Here.
They should never gave us through the mic. Here we go. He's killing it. Watch out. He's so in love and he's mad about it. Madluh.
I'm about to
That's
flip,
what
Rob.
we say.
Come on, man. You already know.
Madluh.
I'm telling you right now. Unsigned artists, family, the support is heavy. It's here. They've been proud of this dude even when they didn't tell him. You feel me? There be times where people have told you that they're proud of you. What I'm really trying to tell you, I'm not talking to you, Rob, specifically. I'm talking to these unsigned artists. And I'm talking to these unsigned artists because I'm tired. And I say that I'm tired. If you got the resources, use them. Be a nice person. Get this business shit situated. You already know how to run a business. You already know that you got to have customer service. It's the same fucking shit with this career that you got. Sometimes you just got to put the fucking pride down, figure out the numbers, and then work your way. I'm tired of y'all saying that y'all don't got the resources. These motherfuckers got Instagrams, Twitters, Facebook. They are accessible. It's just going to be up to you if you go and try to work this shit out. Now, I'm not feeling a whole bunch of things going on in the industry right now. Fat Joe's name is being it's in the middle of cancellation. You're not going to cancel Fat Joe. Fat Joe is not crazy. You know? A lot of y'all artists are coming out and trying to say Fat Joe didn't accept me because of sexuality. He don't know that about you. Actually, he don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? If you got bars, you got bars. You got a voice, you got a voice. He's going to put you on. And not only that, he's going to put you on if you Boricua. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Y'all really out here blaming the wrong people for your grind. Your boy Rob, Rob, I'm talking to you. You know, I'm not talking to you now. I'm bringing this shit back to you.
Okay.
You know you got the resources. Utilize. They all the same age.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They all the same age. They showing love. Your boy got to connect to a connect that is right here. It's all good. Who called you? Somebody want to be on the air, don't they?
Now, that was one of them other business calls.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, we got a caller? Okay.
Yeah, that's the only reason I took it. I wouldn't even took it right now, but I knew it was, business coming down the pipeline that said, hey, your money ready, where you at? All right, here I come. And, of course, I'll get to it. It's going to be there. I don't.
Listen, just utilize these fucking resources, man. You know what I mean? Like, you remember that thing that we talked about that I knew that was right in front of my face? These people are not fucking ready. I just got a book today from an author. I got a whole bunch of shit going on. I want to talk to people. This is my shit. You know what I mean? This is what I want to do. What you want to do, right? Your son wants to see the next GTA 7 with highly favored on that motherfucker. You better get that shit on there. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta do it.
You feel me? And then what? You know what I mean? Imagine, like, I saw that already. And it don't have to be GTA. You know what I'm saying? It could be like
whatever.
It could be a random ass indie game, whatever. Right. I'm just saying. But you already got it, man.
But this is what he envisioned, and like I wasn't even there with him when he was envisioning this. And when I finished recording, Daddy, this is going straight to video, man. And those are the kids. You remember when we was coming up, and I know I'm saying this like I'm around your age, but I am around your age. Okay? Yeah. So let's get that serious. Right.
People don't understand, because when we was young, we was either a Biggie or Tupac fan at the same time. Okay?
At the same time.
And we still got a decade separation. Okay, feel me? So what I'm saying is remember when they used to say we have to get the kids involved? Every single thing that we do, we have to get the kids involved. Well, it's different when we a grandfather. Are you a grandfather, by the way?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. I got two.
Okay.
4 years old and 4 months old.
Okay, shout out to the grandpa life.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know what the fuck that is yet. I know already I got 3 that's out there doing their thing, but how is that life? Because that's what I want to talk about. Like that's something I'm scared about. Like am I gonna get too protective? Am I gonna be like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, like I don't even buy these kids in the house gifts. I don't even so imagine they kids and I'm spoiling it. You know what I mean? Like imagine. Like I don't know how that works.
You know what? Spoil them up and then send them back to their parents. That's how that works. Like, listen, everything, lay it out for them. Here you go. And then send them back to their parents. And then when their parents get on their nerves, then they be calling you like, I want to come back over there. I want to come back over there. But, so far so good. I can't complain. It's a blessing because, and again, I got videos and pictures of my grandson in the truck and playing with the truck, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is what I want to do," and I'm like, "Wow, look at this little guy." Wait till I show the playback to him when he get older. Like, oh wow, granddad. So I've been about that truck life. Yeah, little man, you have.
You've been about that truck life.
Early, homeboy.
Yo, don't tell me you bought these motherfuckers a Hess on Christmas. I always wanted a Hess toy for Christmas. I'm saying that shit mad loud on purpose. I hope they hear me upstairs. I always wanted a Hess toy. You ever see those commercials?
Yeah.
Yo, that's how. And nobody in chat can tell me that they ain't never wanted a fucking Hess toy, a fucking truck. Come on, bro. I'm not even a trucker like that. I just wanted a Hess toy. That shit had the best commercials. That's how you knew the season was coming. Come on. Talk about the season coming, man. Shout out to everybody listening. I want to give a shout out to everybody who's not here, right? Who's not laughing with us right now, who's not crying with us right now, who's always on our minds, always in our hearts. I want to start doing that stuff a lot because literally when I'm dolo, I be thinking about Fred the Godson. I be thinking about Fred.
It's funny you say that. Today, for the first time in a minute, I got a chance to sit down and watch.
That's great.
K Slay.
All right.
Rolling 110 deep.
Oh, I know.
And Fred the Godson is in that video, man. And bruh, I was just like, oh man, if he could have got X in there, yeah. And Fred the Godson is in there. I'm talking about 8 bars. You got 4 to 8 bars to get it all.
Yeah.
And everybody 110 different lyricists. The video like 40 minutes long.
It's long. It's crazy because there's a lot of heads.
Right.
And then when Fred was in there, I said, like, you know what I mean? Like, talk to me.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Shit ain't been the same for me. And I know people that are closer to him and stuff like that. Shit ain't been the same for me. And it's been a rough one. So let me put you on the hot seat.
We have now started our fast round where our guests are asked a few questions about themselves that they wouldn't expect us to ask. Don't worry, it's not like that. Hope you didn't think we were that underground.
Yo, I'm not gonna do it. I thought I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm gonna have to switch these fucking questions up because a lot of people have been roasting me because of it. So you about to get these questions that
oh yeah, you're gonna give me that word?
You about to get these questions. Listen, number one, if you guys haven't been here, what we do is we try to, get to know a little bit about our guests through these questions that are random as fuck. Okay? They're random as fuck. Big shout out to everybody listening. What was your best drop the mic moment?
My best drop the mic moment. Did a show downtown Newark at the Robert Tree Hotel.
Okay.
I opened up for Mobb Deep,
Okay.
and just that night I was in full character with the. I think I paid like $75 to $100 for Michael Myers mask, jumpsuit, the axe with the blood on it, the hatchet with the blood on it, the whole Michael Myers outfit, and took that mask off, got busy, and dropped the mic. Boom. And that was one of those moments. Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, this is the first time I'm gonna come with Axer in mind too, so we know each other a little bit better, even though we kind of know each other already. My drop the mic moment was my kid's mom was still alive, right?
Right.
And she called me. She was crying, and she was like, he wants me to play with him. But she was sick. She just got the chemo, and the week later, they don't feel right and stuff like that. So I called him, and a lot of people don't understand that this is like one of those crazy parent moments because you don't know what to do or say, right? So he's about 5-7 years old, son around there, and I tell him, I said, listen, you need to do something else other than trying to make mom run around because she can die. And you just pull out a cardboard, pull out the checkers, play something with her right next to her because she's tired. And I need you to understand that part. And it was crazy. Like, it's very, very awful to throw that image into my kid's head. But it was the realest shit I had. Because you needed to understand. And I think that was one of those moments where I knew that, and he tells me this story all the time. He tells me the story all the time. He says, I really, I do miss mom. I do. But ever since that day, I spent those days with her. I spent those days. And I appreciate him for doing that. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm not saying we're competing against whose question and answer is better. But at the same time, like, these questions are very, very different from what I'm used to.
Okay.
What childish thing do you still enjoy?
So I got a host of nephews. Shout out to all my nephews because they keep me relevant just as well as my 11-year-old son and my sons in their 30s. But the thing is, I'll pick up a joystick from time to time. When I know I got 48 hours, maybe even if I know I don't have to work for the next 72 hours, I don't have no engagements or appointments to be anywhere, I pick up that joystick. As a matter of fact, I pick up that joystick.
Bro, if you pick up a PlayStation joystick, I'm hanging up.
And it's yellow and black.
Okay.
Like the Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right.
And my son built this for me. He's like,
nice.
I know you wanted Pittsburgh color. So if my brother watching, hey, bro, you ain't got this. Get up on this.
Get him.
Get up on this. That black
get
and
him.
yellow.
Yo.
That black and yellow.
Yo, I'm on Twitch, so I don't think video games are childish at all. You know what's really crazy? What I think that
they're popping. That's the way. That's actually the way.
Yeah. So, we're gonna talk about Mr. Greatness and how he can come on the show. I think he asked how to get on here. So, my childish thing that I still enjoy is dodgeball. For some, like for some dumbass reason, like I've been in the military a long time, and what we do is we play childish games to kill time. A lot of people don't want to like. Well, we have PT. No, bitch, we playing kickball. we playing horseshoe. Like I ain't never played that shit ever, but we playing horseshoe. Like, but that's my thing right there. The dodgeball. I think that's what.
Okay.
What is the biggest doubt you have?
The biggest doubt.
Yeah.
I'm an optimist, so I really don't deal with doubts.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
And I, you know, I don't want to seem like cocky or anything. Um, but I'm very much confident, sometimes I'm overconfident. Um, and I've been blessed to be able to accomplish any task that's been set before me. So um, there's no doubts. I doubt that our politics gonna get better.
You know what? I was gonna get into that.
I doubt that
I didn't want to get into that, but I wanted to get into that. I
You
do.
want to know my doubts?
You know what
I doubt that our politics, our world politics, not even our nation politics,
Nah.
our world politics.
Bang. Why am I
You
still
know?
saying bang? That shit's so old. I keep telling myself stop saying that shit.
Bang, 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 bang.
But bang bang, you know what I'm saying? Mira. But the thing is, I think that is probably like everybody's doubt, you know, regardless of what they want to believe or not, you know what I mean? Whatever side they on, because it is so fucking crazy out there right now with people that are just running their fucking mouths and making it law, but you know, we're not in that kind of situation here in the States. You know, let me
A lot of them are just winging it. They look like they know what they're doing. They act like they know what they're doing. But if they really had to gain their job status on their abilities, they wouldn't be able to do it. But it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yo, big shout out to Bossy V out of Brooklyn. She's like, I doubt I'm gonna ever give a fuck about people's opinion of me. Okay.
I like that.
I like that. Yo,
Okay.
shout out to the UK. The Nix, my lovely friend Nix from the UK has a question here. If you had a chance, Nix is my she's my powerful woman here. If you had a chance, would you want to still be a man or come back as a woman?
No, I come back as a man. I come back as a man. I'm what you call a man's man.
A man's man.
You know, yeah, I get busy with the screwdrivers, the hammers, the guns, you name it. I'm like, let's tear it down and build it up. You know, one of those guys, yeah. Let's build it. You know, like I seen you working on that project. I was like, yeah, damn, I wish I was there for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, yeah. You told me when I came out with the crafting and shit.
Right.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, that's something for real that I kept a secret for a long time, even from myself, because my daughters, they know how to draw, right? They're like, they're doing sketches, they doing, you know, whatever they're into, and I just come out and I'm like Bob Ross in this bitch, right? And I'm like, where the fuck that came from, right? Don't get it twisted. I'm kind of like working on a project that I still didn't finish. The one you were seeing, like, it's still over there. It's it's not done, but but yeah, I love that stuff. It's crazy because I think it's like weird to me because you know, as a human, I'm gonna say this as a human, and I know I'm getting off topic. I'm sorry, people, but when I have like wood in my hand, when I have like wood in my hand, right? I don't know why I keep this piece of wood here, but this used to be alive, right? This used to be alive. This used to be give us air. This used to give us whatever. But for some reason, like, you know, just somebody took it down. I'm gonna give it life again. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And even if it's something small, even if it's something like weird, like a keychain or something like that, I just want to give it some life again because it used to be alive and it was just chilling. It was just literally just there doing nothing. But as one of those humans that I might be a little tree hugger on the low, you know what I'm saying? on the low, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But at the same time,
Okay.
like I love making art from this. I think we talked about
Right.
that deep earlier. I knew we was gonna do this. Okay, next question.
All right, come on.
What movie do you wish life was more like?
What movie? Old School. You ever watched the movie Old School?
The Old School? No, I don't think I did.
No. It's a comedy. It's a comedy. It's called Old School, something like that.
Let me see. Let me see if I. Let me see.
That movie right there is hilarious.
Oh, the comedy with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I did
It's
watch
called
that.
Old School. It's called Old School, and that movie just kept me laughing the whole movie.
Wow, you know, I wish life was like that too. Like a little bit, a lot of more laughter.
Exactly. Less tears, less pain, more laughter.
A lot of laughter. That would, man, come on, cause I'm tired of being tired. Yeah. Like,
Right.
I'm tired of being tired. Man, that's a nice one. Big shout out to that. How many phones have you broken or lost?
None.
None.
If
you pull out a flip phone right now,
you know,
if you pull out
you know what? For real.
Oh, my boy Blue. Oh, that's right. Good looking
My
out.
boy Blue.
Yo, you hit me. Yo, good looking out, greatness. Good looking out. Yo, we gotta link up. Wow.
Yeah. You know,
Wow. Okay.
My nephew, I gave him my iPhone 3GS, something like that.
iPhone 3GS. That is a real name for an iPhone, people. Go ahead.
Back to like the first wave. I was part of the first wave. You know, the rest of y'all is mad duplicates. I was part of the first wave. But I think I still got a Samsung 5 laying around in the outer box. And if I took it off, it looked brand new to you. Like, wow. But because I use them, and then once I'm done, I keep all my stuff in outer box.
Bro,
so
if you fucking pull out, if you don't pull it out, bro.
This one of my iPhone. This is my iPhone. I ain't charge it, but this is my iPhone. I keep it in a fresh outer box. I keep it in a fresh outer
What
box.
the hell is that? The iPhone 6?
7 Plus.
7 Plus, okay.
And
you haven't upgraded?
Nah, this is not even my main phone. This is my trucking phone.
Okay,
when this phone ring, when this phone ring, you hear ching ching. Yeah, that's that phone. That's that phone. That's the ching ching phone. But
I got you, Vinyl. So, I see that Vinyl's in the chat. Shout out to Vinyl. She's in the building. Vinyl is that's my people's right there.
Fella, I said peace. Thank you for tuning in.
So I think I broke a lot. Not Lori. Bossy V says she broke about 45.
Ooh.
You know, when a female says that they broke 45 phones, it's probably because it wasn't their own. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I crazy? Like, because she broke somebody else's phone. Because, yo, Bossy, don't get mad at me for that. Who or what is your nemesis?
Who or what is my nemesis? Who or what is my nemesis? You know what? I'm something like Mike Jack. I stay in the bubble, so I don't let nemesis.
Okay.
And I don't have nothing that stop me like that can even remote. Man can't stop me. I'm not worried about man. I already know where my power comes from.
Okay.
And I know what can stop me. And man can't do shit with me. I promise you that. If I decide to do something right, wrong, and different, I'm gonna do it. And if man get in the way, oh well, either I'm gonna go around, or I'm gonna go through. One of the two. I'm gonna go around, or I'm gonna go straight through them. I'm that type, but nemesis, not really any. I mean, um, yeah.
I think for me though,
Mm.
it's me. You know what I'm
I,
saying? Like I think it's me. Like I think it's not you, it's me.
right,
Like yeah, I'm weird with this shit, man. Like I be really out here thinking like, ooh, shit, creating my own language. and then, and then I'm out here hurting people's feelings and I'm like, that's not what you about.
right,
That's not what you about. That's not what you trying to say. You know, I had a long conversation last night, and I had to find a way to say this, but me and my peoples, we were getting mad at each other because we were worried about the same person, and it was
right,
like, what the, like we not supposed to get mad at each other. We supposed to like unite, you know,
right.
and figure this shit out. But I think a lot of that, my ego, and I don't know if people don't understand what I'm doing right now on the live, and I'm doing it with you. I'm doing it with you because you know you my peoples, but I'm
Right.
literally apologizing live to certain people. You feel me?
Okay.
And I need people
Okay.
to understand that, and hopefully we friends, you know, for for a long time. For a long time.
Okay.
What is the most useless thing you know how to do?
The most useless thing?
Yeah.
Sit there and do nothing.
Yo, I did that shit for like the whole week.
Like, you know what? I'm not even moving. I'm not, I'm going to stay out the way, and I want them to stay out my way. Yeah.
Yo,
So,
yo, for real. For real. Do nothing. What
right.
is the worst and best thing about being male?
The best thing? I'm alpha.
What's the
Um,
worst?
um, the worst is being a person of color and watching the world capitalize on my talents, and I or we don't. And that's why this album Hints is here. Because I will capitalize on my talents before I let them. And when I'm dead and gone, my bloodline capitalize on it. And I will teach them what capitalism is and how to not be taken by those. So that's the worst thing about being a man. Yeah.
You know, I know we're going back and forth, but one of the things about being a man is, one of the worst. It's crazy because the best thing that you say is the worst thing for me is being the alpha. And
I love it.
and I love it. I love it, but at the same time, it's like weird because sometimes being the alpha is horrifying for people. Horrifying for people that have to follow the alpha. And and I'm talking about the kids. You know what I mean? I love these motherfuckers. God damn. But
Right.
at the same time, like, bro, I told you to brush your teeth. You feel me? Like, you cannot come out here talking about how to train a dragon 4. You can't do this right now. You can't do this.
Right. Right.
Why are you doing that? And then you trying to holler at it, holler at whatever.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna give you my breakfast. How you
Right.
doing this one? I'm just trying to look out for you. But anyways, what is something that most people get wrong?
Something that most people get wrong.
Yeah.
Perception.
Oh my God, 100.
Perception. I could have went. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. And I could have faked the phone. Went to my man's studio up in Snellville with the big track boards. And I could have put on a fancy production. Man, listen, take me face value. I'm not gonna sit up here and razzle dazzle you and have you blown out your mind. I'm not no fucking magician. I'm just me. And I could have did that and made you believe something else that's not really real or not really true. But nah. And this is why. And I got some of my sisters and family members be like, yo, put some Just for Men on that. Do it for what? I'm not gonna do it. I'm tired. I've done it, dude. I've been fighting it since the age of 38. It started coming. I'm like, whoa, what is this? And I Just for Men, ain't doing that no more. I'm 50 years old, man. This is the wisdom, this is the knowledge, this is the pain, this is the lessons, hard lessons, easy lessons. It's all here. You see it.
Yeah.
I'm a very knowledgeable guy. I'm very
Perception.
colorful. My character's very colorful. I'm animated. I am animated in every sense of the word.
Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. Home and Shine artist Rob Realz in the building. We just asked him what is something that most people get wrong. Perception. I don't even think I could beat that because it's true. I talk with a swag that only certain people from urban communities could understand. And some of that is considered ignorant. And I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
I understand it clearly.
We're having really sophisticated conversations, and because I'm not putting certain capitals or putting certain commas places, doesn't make me a dumbass.
Right.
Because we're kind of nerdy out here. You know what I'm saying? You're a whole IT. You got a whole IT background, right?
Right. And unbeknownst to a lot of people, like, whoa, I spent 14 years in IT, 14 years in corporate America doing IT work. And for those that don't know me and they know me from the streets, they just think, oh, he's a street dude. Man, listen, I'm probably one of the toughest, roughest nerds you ever wanted to see.
Toughest, roughest nerds. Shout out to all my tough nerds out there. Because
that has and will bust his gun. A lot of you not. I have and I will. I hope I don't have to, but if forced to, I will. For the sake of protecting what I love, the people I love, and protecting myself. Other than that, nah, I'm one of the roughest, toughest nerds you ever seen. Highly intelligent.
Let's say that you woke up suddenly in the middle of the night, right? Mm-hmm. And what would be the scariest sound to hear after waking up?
Somebody walking downstairs through my house, and they don't know there's one in the chamber. And when I come, I'm gonna get them to turn around so I can get away with it. But I'm gonna eat their chest up. I'm gonna paint it. I got no problem doing it either.
Yo, I be fucking waking up every day in the middle of the night hearing weird shit. So I go down, I get the oldest, like, yo, let's go check this place out, right? My boy Coco, right? He be screaming like, yo, Coco, you good? Right? Like we be out here like, I don't know. It's something about it. Do you think that has something to do with going to the suburbs?
Yeah, no. Where I'm at, the South is home of like firearms are like an armor, and everybody has a right to bear one, and they give you your rights, and they tell you protect your home and your car, and your car is an extended version of your home. And if somebody comes, you just make sure you hit them in the front, don't hit them in the side, don't hit them in the back, and if you hit them in the front, you don't go to jail that night. But if you hit them in the back, you're going to jail that night, that instant. And because of that, and to the point I've gotten cameras and rock wallers and all kind of shit Like, and I ain't had none of this in Jersey, man. I didn't need it.
Nah.
No,
I was in the Jackson, the BX. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like I knew my neighbors was gonna look out. You feel me? It was
right.
something weird about that, right? And they were like less than 3 feet away from me. Like less than 3 feet, the door was next to me.
Right.
I got a question out here. With all the crap, COVID 2020, Black Lives Matter, do you feel that it's become a minefield for anyone to be honest and genuine?
Wow, that's pretty deep.
You know, come on, bro. Listen,
You know what?
I think that was like the worst part about dealing with this whole shit. You know what I
What's
mean?
that?
Like a lot of opinions.
You know what? I'm gonna
think,
be honest.
You know, I swear to, and I'm sorry to cut you. I just wanted, at one time or another, I just wanted to catch the COVID because I was done with this shit. There was.
You know what? We as artists, as content creators, we have to realize what the fuck the Matrix is. And y'all forgive me for cursing for those on it don't hear. The Matrix is them programming us. And you gotta be very selective on what you let program you. And when they try to program me too much, I push them away. Stop. Stop. You ain't gonna sit up there and program me to walk and think and talk like you want me to. I'm gonna walk, talk, and think that's comfortable to me. I'm not gonna do what you want me to do. Like I don't believe in tradition. I don't believe in like all that stuff, hocus pocus, man. Like not COVID is real. Don't get it twisted. I got a daughter that's a doctor. I got a niece that's a doctor. COVID is real. They sit down, they sit me down, and they talk to me. They school me. Like my youngins school me. And I don't have no problem with that because you could be schooled by 3-year-old, 30-year-old. Don't make a difference. But I'm not into getting programmed and you know with the whole COVID thing. You know, the world science is not just the United States scientists, not just the United States politics, but the world scientists and the world politics dropped the ball on the vaccination. Even they said the orange man came in and he threw away Obama's team that Obama was preparing for this day. That still shouldn't have stopped scientists from pressing on like, no, something dangerous is coming on the pipeline and we're building up, you know, something to battle it. And there's nothing gonna stop us. I don't care if he threw away this guy's plans. But this is why, you know, in that question you asked me earlier about, you know, what I have doubt. I doubt if our politicians ever get it right. Yeah. That's why I say that. But for the most part, yeah, I'm just not into being programmed. And, you know, this Black Lives Matter thing seemed like it was convenient for those it was convenient for. We all know Black Lives Matter, and pop culture is it's people that have capitalized off of Black lives, like pop culture. You know, we had the biggest, not to, you know, be like separate anything, but we had Michael Jackson, the people of color. We had Michael Jackson. I hate when they say black, because black is a dark spot for me. I'm brown and all outdoors. You see, I'm brown. I'm black. But we had Michael Jackson, and so many people capitalized off of him until he realized, wait a minute, you're capitalizing off of me. Get out of my pocket. Get out. Get your hand out of my pocket. And he started doing that. When he started, the more he started pushing them out of his pocket, the more they start looking like, you know what, we're gonna have to turn his lights off. That's what they did. So now, back to the question. I just don't believe in being programmed. Like, you know, don't program me with all that nonsense.
Big shout out to everybody listening. Rob Realz. Son, I don't really ask a lot of people when they come on the air, but did you get vaccinated?
Not yet.
Not yet. I mean, I'm not, bro.
Not
Let's
yet.
get serious. Like
I'm-
if you're
I'm
not
being 100.
trying to get vaccinated, that don't mean
But-
shit to me. You feel me?
Right.
Like I'm not
But you know
about to
what?
do that. But a lot
You
of
know the-
people are crazy, and they'll look at you like, yo.
You know what the bad part about it is? We don't want to take the current vaccination, but when our babies come in the world, you've experienced, they hitting them with stuff. We don't know what. Tell me we know what that is.
No, we don't. And they like 2 fucking minutes in. They're 2 minutes in, and they
To the
getting
world,
all this shit.
and they getting shots and vaccines and things
I mean,
that we don't
listen.
really know, right? So I say, walk by faith and not by sight. They could give you a vaccine that supposed to, maybe they got a hidden agenda for it.
Yeah.
But if you walk with God, he can't touch you, son. He can't touch you. Like, you talking to somebody who's been through gun wars. I've had shootouts and I've felt bullets whiz past my ears. I swear on everything I love. Everything I love. And I'm not letting you sit there and tell you, oh yeah, my football game was so impeccable that I was dipping and dodging, you know what I'm saying? Bro, divine intervention. And even though I was throwing bullets and jokers was throwing them back at me, it wasn't God's plan for me to get hit. That's the only reason I didn't get hit. Not because I was just that nice. Like, well, my dick game was nice. My defense was like Floyd Mayweather's. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. That was divine intervention, bro.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
If it was literally like that, we would have more Super Bowls on the Giants. I swear. If it was literally like that, we would have more Super Bowls. You feel me? You feel me? Yo, big shout out to everybody listening, tuning in to QSJ Radio. Shout out to the chat right here. There's a lot, and it gets crazy because Mr. Greatness, he's like, I'm vaccinated. I gave in after I was against it. Nick's out of the UK. I'm double vaccinated and a booster. We talked about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson came out with, people try to say that he tried to change his color. And then the people was like, he had a disease. He was trying to whatever. There's so much of this thing. And what's crazy is that this is exactly what is running the world right now. People's fucking opinions, which is really getting crazy. I love all of y'all in the chat right now for even engaging in this, and because it's cool. But I want y'all to remain friends. I want y'all to remain friends. And Mr. Greatness said, Cowboys Nation, relax. No, Mr. Greatness, you need to get the fuck out my chat. Don't ever talk. Fuck is you talking about, bro? What?
Hold on, don't do that.
Nah, fuck that.
Hold on.
Yo, look.
You can't. Listen, Lala.
That's my man's.
Well, my nephew. He's my man's.
Yo, no.
Mr.
Listen, don't let me talk Spanish.
They secretly want to wear that black and yellow, but don't tell nobody. Though.
Black and yellow. Listen, shut up, both of y'all. Listen, the thing
don't nobody
is,
want to wear that red, white, and blue.
No. For real, they don't. But yo, I'm not about to sit here when these motherfuckers haven't won shit since Emmitt Smith. I'm not about to sit here, man. I'm not about here. Yo, the Cowboys fans, they coming out of the woodworks right now. People that been
stand up. Be easy.
Yo.
Be easy how you broke them dudes right there. Like they will lean on you. That mouth don't bark on you.
Yo,
on
look at that. Yo, they out here for real. They really getting at me. They threatening my life. Okay. I love y'all. Okay, I see y'all. Big shout out to everybody listening.
Them, they be like, it cool. My daughter, this doctor, she be calling me every week. ringing on me like, yeah, what you just still was doing. You seen what the Cowboys did. I'm like, you don't go have several seats.
Yeah.
You have several seats.
Yo, they really out here. The Cowboys are in the building. I should never have this conversation. I love y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Yo, are you the only one? Are you the only one in the house that's a Pittsburgh fan? It looked like it.
You know what? They just did Pittsburgh people not showing up tonight.
Oh man.
Yeah, but
okay.
But a lot of my folks is Dallas. Like,
oh my God, what disgusting ass relationship. Listen, let me shut up before I get myself canceled. This is Cat Daddy featuring Blizdo on QSJRadio.com.
And just for the record, Cat Daddy is what started this whole album. That was the first song recorded, the last song that was picked for the project. And the only two features I got on there is my firstborn son. And that's the one that had to do all those years. And, I said, he'd come in and say, Dad, what you working on? I'm like, I'm working on it. Let me get a piece of that. Come on, Dad. Let me get on that. Come on, man. But, you better put your A game on because I'm coming with it. I ain't, I ain't going.
Blizzy Doe?
Forever. Yeah, Blizzy Doe.
Big shout out to Blizzy Doe.
My team been on my ass like, get the song done, nigga. Get the song done. I said, I got you. Fresh out of bubble gum, all I got is hard dick. She can have a few licks till it's time to swallow it. Dirty old man on a scheme with a theme song. Do my dance, do my thing, gorilla like I'm King Kong. Big nigga, thick nigga, get up on this game, nigga. Old school hustler, better have my change, nigga. Pay the cost to be the boss, I ain't like them lame niggas. Here's a pack, I'll be right back. Better have my change, nigga. Been about my money though, just in case you didn't know. Business never personal, get the bag, I gotta go. Pick and roll and drop it low, roar it like you roar a boat. Cat Daddy, you on the move, do it fast, do it slow. Chicks got their bills overdue and they not happy, so they looking for a sugar daddy that'll pay them gladly. Bitches got their bills overdue and they not happy, so they looking for a sugar daddy that'll pay them gladly. Dirty old man, doing the Cat Daddy, doing the Cat Daddy, doing the Cat Daddy. Dirty old man, doing the Cat Daddy, doing the Cat Daddy, doing the Cat Daddy. Dirty old man, doing the Cat Daddy, doing the Cat Daddy, doing the Cat Daddy. Dirty old man, doing the Cat Daddy. Dirty Jersey, nasty.
Fresh out the jail cell, and I'm looking real swell. Cleaned up nigga, so I got a different smell. Ain't no dirty old nigga, but I'm a dirty young nigga. Counting on my duckers, if it's short, I'm coming for you niggas. I got no filter, and I ain't for nothing. I was told if you don't stand for something, you ain't about nothing. So I'm coming different, and I'm my nigga, so believe I stay pimping. Gift from God, my nigga. Young man with an old soul, with a heart so cold. Knock a nigga shit off today, don't even think about parole. Play with a different deck of cards, got bitches looking so hard. My heart tinted like my car, so you can't see all my scars. Only one thing that keep me level, and it's pussy is helpful. Niggas need to get it more. Mark my words, it'll help you. Only one thing keep me level, and that's pussy is helpful. Niggas need to get it more. Mark my words, it'll help you.
Dirty old man, doing the Cat Daddy, doing the Cat Daddy, doing the Cat Daddy. Dirty old man, doing the Cat Daddy, doing the Cat Daddy, doing the Cat Daddy. Dirty old man, doing the Cat Daddy, doing the Cat Daddy.
Make sure you guys stream that Rob Realz Masterpiece Valley 1.
Doing the Cat Daddy. Dirty Jersey, nasty.
Shout out to everybody listening. Shout out to Edwina.
Yes.
Eddie.
Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yo, we out here, man. The whole fam is still in here. They're like, okay, nephew.
Yeah.
Don't let me get the last verse.
Doing the cat.
Cause I don't
Doing
live.
the cat. Doing the cat. Doing the cat.
Yo.
Doing the cat. Yeah.
Woo.
Doing the cat.
Doing the cat. Doing the cat daddy.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a cat daddy? I'm not even.
You know what?
You know?
Again, I'll be writing while I'm driving, and that track came on, and I was like, I said it out loud, and it felt good. Sonically, it felt good, and I was like, you know what? I'm running with that.
You could start a trail with that.
You know.
You could start a trail with that. And then you got the youngin. Is that your first track where you did with your firstborn?
Nah, that's not the first one. That one with Donald Trump on it is me and him on there. He improved over time. He improved.
Okay.
And we ended up, when he heard it, he jumped on it. But he right then and there, I knew, okay, if he has the passion that I have for it, he will excel past me. But he do it to let me know. It's like a game of basketball for us.
Okay.
And he just to let me know his shot just as what is mine. Like that, my shot just as what is yours, if not better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that he like that. I know how to shoot. You know what I'm saying? I know how to get a jump in there. So
Oh yeah. Like he basically is like, yo, I can play real quick. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Right. But if I can get him to really hone in on his skill, but if it's not his passion, I don't want to force it. I want it to come organic. You know what I mean?
We got a deep question out here coming from the UK. Can I ask you, the UK, the N-word is not really used as an insult. Why is in the USA used as much and not recognized as a foul word? I straight up don't know the answer to that, because I was one of those kids when I got into the Navy, right? 2000, that I was defending myself for using that word because of how I grew up. And you know what I mean? Like I was around where it wasn't foul until you was about to have a fight.
Well, I mean, I could take it and I can get deep with it, but I just got a word from my nephew. Like, shortening that. For the person from the UK, we don't use it in a bad way or a harmful way. When we say it, we don't say it with malice. We almost say it with. We could easily say, "Hey, you," or "Hey, guy." We could, but we're a little more aggressive with it. So yo, my nigga, and that shit, it's not used as long as it's not used in a malice way, then in a way to be hurtful, then, it's just a word. It don't define who I am. It's just a word. It don't make me.
In the U.S.,
and it damn sure can't break me.
In the U.S., we definitely make it about color. Okay, if you are decreased melatonin, if you are decreased melatonin, aka super light skinned, you for some reason are not allowed to use it. But what's crazy is that some of these kids grow up in that situation where it's a common word. And I want to tell you, I know that I use it. And it really just depends on, who I'm talking to, because sometimes I talk to my friends who are full of melatonin and they really disregard the word, and they will look at me as if I have no respect for the history where that came from. So I have been trying to erase it from my vocabulary, but for some reason, when we talking about quarter juice, you know what I'm saying, or when we talking about $1 slice of pizza, or we talking about like 50-cent bag of chips that are like this big, yo, my nigga, like, right? Like, come on, like we from the slums where we all are ignorant to the world. I know what the word means, but we are all ignorant to the world when it comes to that. Daria Lynn is in the building. What up? Oh man, shout out to everybody listening. Words don't make a man. Words don't make the man. The man makes himself. That comes from Kratos out of Texas.
Facts though. And that's why I say I don't get caught in that whole thing, and I don't, like I don't let that rule my movement. I try not to use it because I'm an older guy. My diction is a little better than that. But if it should happen to come in, and it comes natural, it's not using the malice way. So you know, I don't put myself in positions or situations where it's using that way. So yeah,
My man. Look, we could talk for days. You know this.
right,
We found that shit out.
right.
We found that shit out. I do got one question for you though, because
Yes, sir.
being of mature age, if that's
Okay.
okay to say, I'm not gonna
It's
give you.
50.
I'm not gonna give you the AARP card yet. Okay.
Okay, it's 50. I still got a little gas in the tank. What's up?
Okay.
Still got a little gas in the tank.
Shout out to everybody that's listening in that's over the age of 35. Shout out to
on
you
that
guys.
octane, and I'm not saying
Okay.
Oh.
Oh man. Shout out to Kratos. Kratos, everybody's showing love to you. Thank you so much, Kratos, for coming in the building.
Thank you, Kratos. Thank you.
My question is, because I know that you got the label going on, and people come in and out of the studio, and I know you moved to Atlanta, and it's it has been a switch. What's some of the advice that you give these unsigned artists as they come up, because their style is beyond different. You try to tell them the word content, and they don't even know what that means because their life is so fast. And I think people forget that part where we had this slow time in our life. We had DSL. We have 56K.
Right.
They
Yeah,
got
dial-up.
we have broadband now,
Right.
and fiber optics, which is how we probably identify our lives now. But how do you tell what do you tell these unsigned artists as they come in the studio, or even people you come and approach?
What I tell them first, me personally, everybody gonna do it different. We have free will to do it different. Exercise your free will. For me, what works for me, I'd rather have God's favor than to have the devil's fame. And when you want the devil's fame, you assign a 360 deal. When you want God's favor, you assign yourself to God and create your own deal. And that's what I did. That's what I had to do. And I don't owe nobody but praise to him for giving me this voice and the gift of poetry and the gift of and to be an alpha male, to go out here, and whether it's one person in the crowd, 100 or 100,000, I'm going to entertain you as I was going to entertain you in the first place. And I do know I would rather have God's favor than to have the devil's fame. I'm not after fame, don't want to be famous, or anything of that nature. I just want to share the pictures that I paint, and hopefully you'll enjoy it, once I paint it. But for the most part, artists, be clear on what you want. Because if it's fame you're after, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. And you're going to get more than what you bargained for. You might not get anything. So be careful on what you want out of this. Again, I enjoy being in the studio, creating music, just the sounds, the aura. The funnest part of it all, for me, is being in here. When it's time to start running around and doing appearances and shows and all of that, that's when things get hectic, and the politics and the capitalism get involved. That's when it starts getting blurry. You know what I mean? But the funnest part for me is in the lab creating it. But depending on what you want, and just be clear on what you want. Because if you want that fame, trust me, you'll get it and find out that something you ain't want in the first place. Something you ain't want in the first. See what he did to Michael Jackson. See what that fame did to Michael Jackson.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
but he's been
And that's my man. May he rest in
He's been
sleep.
a kid star. He's been
May he
a kid
rest
star
in
for
sleep.
a long time.
Right.
Shout out to everybody listening. Whether you believe in God or not, he believes in you. Coming from Kratos. Shout out to the homie Kratos.
Facts. And I just
You know it's crazy. I think it's because I'm fuck it. I'm an OG. I don't care.
Facts though.
I'm an OG, man. You know what I'm saying? I just need some lettuce in my life. You feel me? Like I need some lettuce in my life.
Right. Like, for example, when it come down to this whole music thing, I can pull my demographics up for y'all right now, my geographics and my demographics. And I'm not chasing. I can pull up tracks that will appease today's crowd, 18 to 25. And I could perform on those tracks, and I could try to catch them. I'm not going to try to catch them. Let them try to catch me. And that might improve their style of living or their style of thinking or doing, you know.
Big shout out to everybody listening. My homie, my bro, Rob Realz. Thank you so much for coming on here with us.
Thanks for having me, man. I am appreciative. Thank you.
The Masterpiece Volume 1 all over the place, all streaming platforms. Go ahead and stream that. Get him his Father's Day checks. I still can't believe that shit. I'm not even gonna front. And we'll talk when the Volume 2 comes out. Is that what we do?
Yeah.
We done?
We gonna talk again, but you know what? Right now we in production of getting these videos done. I'm gonna give y'all a few videos from Volume 1, and then I'm gonna get on out of here because you guys consume music different today. Y'all rather see it than hear it. And I get it, I'm cool with it. All right, you want a visual? Here's a visual. But in order to get that visual, you might have to give me an email address. Man, that might be the trade-off. I'll give you a visual. You want a visual? I give it to you. But you're going to give me that email address. You know what I mean? Because I give you a free visual for an email address, and it's going to cost me to get the visual. So think about it. But it's a win-win in the long run. Watch the long run.
Man, my boy. Shout out to Rob Realz. Thank you so much for coming in. Talking
Thanks
to
for
us.
having me.
We definitely gonna talk, link up, or we talking right now, so we definitely gonna make moves and shit like that. So shout out to you, thank you so much. Shout out to the whole fam for coming in here. They litty right now, it's crazy.
Forever hood.
And then we gonna let
You act like you don't hear me though. I'm coming through your stereo.
wait, hold up. You had something to say?
Nah, I do got something to say.
Go ahead.
Thank you to all my family members.
Man,
My bad. Go ahead.
The Williams, the Dysons, the Middletons, the Burns, and I dedicate this to my brother-in-law, Wayne Burns. Rest in sleep, my dude. I love you. This one for you. Hey, Leland, North Carolina, I need y'all to stand the fuck up. Hey, yo, and let them know what it is.
man, I got too many tricks in my bag.
Yeah,
If I pull one out,
if I pull one.
you will be mesmerized. Forever
Forever
hood.
hood.
You act like you don't hear me though.
Hit me though.
I'm coming through your stereo.
Stereo.
You know, but you don't really know. I'm the one Rob really though. You act like you don't hear me though. I'm coming through your stereo. You know, but you don't really know. I'm the one Rob really though. I done seen it all. I've been through some shit. Yeah, enough of it to make your stomach flip. Make you stop and pause. Take a pause for the cause. Dance with the devil, been through hell and gasoline draws. If you really know me, then you know my story. I was a piece of shit without the shining glory. But then I came up, thanks to God's grace. From the bottom to the top, now I know my place. I paid the cost to be the boss, make no mistakes. Not a second, not a minute, not an hour late. The wheels keep turning, money I keep earning. The L's keep burning, I'm into higher learning. I like to push it up, go ahead and roll it up. and be like, nigga, what? Cause I don't give a fuck if we ain't talking Dutch or getting money up. Just do yourself a favor and keep your mouth shut. You act like you don't hear me though. I'm coming through your stereo. You know but you don't really know. I'm the one Rob really though. You act like you don't hear me though. I'm coming through your stereo. You know but you don't really know. I'm the one Rob really know. It ain't slander or propaganda when you hearing the truth. Then we're back to search the facts, go discover the proof. Tighten up, go hard, fall back, and get loose. If no one's half the battle, then you're missing the scoop. I'm the self-made man, thank my mama and my pop. Most of all, thank my pops, cause he taught me about stock. Taught me how to get this money, taught me how to hit the block. The game never changed, just the people in the spot. Taught me how to say less, how to listen and learn, how to invest and earn. Roll up trees for the burn, fuck the haters and the sleepers. To be honest, I don't need you. What you think of me is worthless, your life don't matter either. Think I wash, think I wax, how you feel about yourself? I'm top-notch name brand, you're generic bottom shell. Relax. You act like you don't hear me though. I'm coming through your stereo. You know but you don't really know. I'm the one Rob really though. You act like you don't hear me though. I'm coming through your stereo. You know but you don't really know. I'm the one Rob really though. Relax.
Shout out to everybody listening.
Hold up. Relax.
Shout out to everybody watching on that Twitch. We're gonna go raid my boy No Skin.
Roll up. Relax.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That's my bro. We've been doing this for a long time. Rob got first, right? The talent, right, Nora? You already know. There's no more grind involved today. I feel you, DJ Rodney. Shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJ Radio. If you're on that Twitch side, make sure you get exclamation point raid, exclamation point sub raid to get that in. Thank you so much. We are definitely going to go ahead and raid my boy Nolski. Let's go that. Thank you guys so much. I had to give the heads up before I get yelled at. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys Tuesday when we got Ruben Martinez. If you didn't see the whole show, we definitely going to get this on before the weekend is over to podcast areas. And we'll definitely get that information to Rob. Rob Realz, shout out to you. Thank you so much for that amazing, amazing album. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody listening.
QSJ with the raid. Oh my goodness.